Hello, it's AJ again, and today we're going to be talking about two different stocks. And this will probably, if it receives positive feedback, be a new series called the Stock Versus series, where I take two stocks about similar price and just compare them and give you my thoughts and opinions on them, and maybe choose which one I would buy. And maybe I'd buy both, or sell both, You never know. Just get my opinions. So, the aforementioned stocks, Tesla, Netflix. So, Netflix is currently at 301 right now, and Tesla's at 350 about. So, both of these stocks are very popular. They're in the top 100 most traded stocks. Looking at Netflix, it's a streaming service. Very popular. A lot of people use Netflix, obviously. Netflix and chill, Tesla, car company, electric vehicle, and they also have an energy sector, which they haven't really gotten going yet, but will come in the future. So when looking at these stocks' financials, the balance sheets, they're pretty similar when comparing side by side. They don't really have short-term debt. They do have more long-term debt than cash, but they should be able to, handle that, since at least as of right now, they don't have any short-term debt on their balance sheets. So that's fine. The income statements, when looking at them, well, we know that Netflix has been profitable, the past few years. Even the end of 2017, the profits went way up, so that was great for them. On the other hand, we have Tesla, who just became profitable in their first quarter, Q3 2018, this year, so this past quarter, when they reported earnings about a week ago or so. So they're heading in the right direction. They're finally getting on track, which not a lot of people expected that from Tesla this early. So also, what I'm looking at when I'm comparing these is I'm looking at, for the future, their forward PEs. So this is just this is not it's a projection for the most part. It's not a concrete number that you can just say, oh, this one is bigger. You want a smaller one, a smaller PE ratio, the price over earnings. If it's smaller, then it should show that your stock is fairly valued compared to the performance of your company. They're both pretty high. I don't know if the Tesla one has taken into account the profitability yet, but the Netflix one is rather high, and it's been high for a while, so that could be a downside if you're looking into the future. But looking into individual companies, so Netflix, what it has going for it is that it's a very popular brand, as you know, probably. It coined the term Netflix and chill, which, that's thrown around all the time. So that the popularity of it is what made it go so high. It once hit about 400, around 418, I think it's its high, and that was around July, I believe. So, it's popular, and it's because of its popularity, it's gone up, because a lot of people are just buying into it because they use that service and they know what it is, so they feel comfortable buying into it. But the problem with Netflix is that in 2019, it's going to have a lot of competition. So Amazon, Facebook, Google, they're ramping up their streaming services. Some of them might even be adding streaming services like Disney. That's what I'm worried about the most for Netflix, because Disney, they have all their all their properties, so they can basically give way more exclusive content in their service than what Netflix can. And that's the main problem I see with Netflix going forward is they're gonna lose a lot of people because they're not gonna have the shows or whatever movies, whatever, to keep up with the Disney streaming. I'm not even including all the other ones, but Disney in particular, that's the one I'm worried about the most, because they have all those properties. So that's why I'm not really looking at Netflix as a good buy right now. But we'll see. They would have to probably raise their prices, which is again something that consumers probably don't want to see. When looking at Tesla, the good things going for it is that they have Elon Musk, yeah, the legendary businessman Elon Musk. He has his goal, and he's gonna go through with it, and he's gonna keep working at it. Like, I've seen what he's done, and it's just crazy. Smart guy, of course. They're also taking over market share, and especially with electric vehicles, like fully electric vehicles. The Model 3, Tesla Model 3, is the highest selling so far this year, and the year's almost over. And they actually have the top 3 fully electric vehicles, but top 3 out of 4 hybrid. So the Prius Prime is in there as the second one if you include that. But as a fully electric, the top 3 go to Tesla. So that's something to keep your head up about for Tesla's future. They also have an energy sector, which I mentioned before, which they haven't really even gotten started with, but that has a lot of potential because no one else is going to have that potential to do what Tesla can do, because they what they've done so far, even with autonomous driving and whatnot, like, they're going to have a lot of success if they can execute. And the only downside I see to Tesla, I mean, they really have no competition, even in the car market. Like, looking at, gas vehicles, like, they're trying to get into that electric, but Tesla's just so far ahead of the competition right now. It's crazy. But we'll see, they're going to get more profitable, assuming they can continue to execute. And it looks like they can at the moment. So, yeah, the downside would be if Elon Musk does anything stupid like he's done before, trying to challenge the SEC, which I think he's learned, but you never know. That would probably be the only downside, because their business right now just looks incredible, and it looks like they're striving for the future. You know what I'm saying? So my final verdict when looking at Tesla versus Netflix, I'm definitely giving the edge to Tesla because they don't really have a lot of competition, and Netflix does. That's a lot of what's gonna provide success to a business is competition. Are you better than the competition? And right now Tesla's looking like they are innovating far faster, greater, better, smarter, whatever, than any other competition in electric vehicles, and even they're competing with gasoline vehicles, which that shows that they have a bright future. As of right now, that's what it looks like. And then Netflix, they just have a lot of competition coming in 2019. The other companies, these big companies, like even Apple, I think, and those big companies have way more money and way more power to do more things with their streaming services. So Netflix is kind of like in a situation where they can't really, bump up their services other than the prices, which is not really going to help them with, consumers and whatnot. So personally, my rating on Tesla is a slight buy, because a lot of people might be, still thinking it's a risk. So I'll say a slight buy for Tesla right now. I think the stock price can still go up, even though it is fairly high. Like $300 stocks are pretty high prices for stocks, but I think that's a slight buy. And then Netflix, I'm gonna go with a sell because it's been rapidly decreasing, and honestly, once those other streaming services hit the market, I don't see it going back up. So I think it's a sell right now. Maybe you disagree. Let me know in the comments. You know, check out the links in the description. They're always my referral links, so you can build wealth. They're all free, and they're just there to help if you want to use them. Well, some of them actually give you money, so yeah. And then subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more of this series, give it a like. Ask questions, whatever you want. I'll see you guys next time on this series and on this channel. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.